It's kind of wild when you stop and think about it, right? How much business has changed in just a couple of decades. I mean, we've gone from brick and mortar stores on Main Street to this global, always on marketplace that fits in our pocket. Today, we're going to unpack that whole revolution, the incredible leap that redefined what it even means to run a business. So, to really get this new era, you have to understand that the internet didn't just tweak the rules of business, it basically threw the whole rule book out the window. All of a sudden, the old ways of doing things were replaced by a new mantra: go big, go global, and do it fast. If you weren't online, you were basically invisible. And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? Traditional business was all about physical limits, the four walls of your shop, your opening hours. E-business just shattered all of that. Suddenly, your customers weren't just in your town, they were literally all over the world. And you were open 24/7. The trade-off, of course? You lost that face-to-face connection for the sheer convenience of a click. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to kick things off by figuring out what e-business really is. Then we'll pull back the curtain on how online shopping actually works. From there, we'll get into a total game changer called outsourcing. And then we'll wrap it all up with our final verdict on this whole digital revolution. Okay, let's really dig in here. We hear words like e-business and e-commerce thrown around all the time, but what do they actually mean? Are they the same thing? Spoiler alert, they're not. So, fun fact, the term e-business was actually coined by IBM way back in 1997. And here's the key thing to get. It's not just about selling stuff online. It's about using the internet to rewire the entire nervous system of a company, connecting all the people, all the partners, all the processes. It's a total operational makeover, not just a digital storefront. And this is the most crucial distinction you got to remember. E-commerce is just one part of the whole picture. It's the transaction itself, the buying and selling part. E-business is the whole picture. It's everything before the sale, like marketing, and everything after, like customer support. So if e-business is the tree, e-commerce is just one of its branches. Now, e-business isn't just one single thing. It's a whole ecosystem with different models based on who's talking to whom. You can see there are 6 main types here. We're not going to go through every single one, but let's quickly hit the 2 you probably see the most. First up is B2C, business to consumer. This is the world we're all living in every single day. Anytime you buy a book, a gadget, or anything from an online retailer like Flipkart, that's B2C in action. A company selling something directly to you. It's the digital version of the classic store. And then you've got C2C, consumer to consumer. This is where things get really interesting, because this is how the internet made everyone a potential seller. I mean, think about eBay. It's just a platform that connects one person who wants to sell something with another person who wants to buy it. All of a sudden, anyone's garage could become a global storefront. Okay, so we've got the models down, but what's the actual journey like for us, the customers? It seems so simple now, but let's just quickly walk through the 3 steps that happen almost every time you click that Buy Now button. Yeah, this process is practically muscle memory for most of us now, isn't it? First, you register. Give them your name and address. Second, you go virtual window shopping and fill up your cart. And third, you head to the checkout to pay. The whole thing is designed to be as smooth and frictionless as possible. In that final step, payment, is where you see a ton of cool innovation. I mean, sure, you can still do things like cash on delivery in some places, and of course, there's always plastic money, credit and debit cards. But now you've got digital cash, things that only exist online, making those transactions happen in the blink of an eye. Now, this digital revolution didn't just change the storefront, it totally transformed the back office, too. As companies started operating globally online, they began to completely rethink how they were structured. And this gave rise to a hugely powerful strategy that pretty much defines modern business: outsourcing. So what exactly is outsourcing? Well, at its core, it's pretty simple. It's the process of hiring another company to handle a specific part of your business for you. The whole idea is to let expert agencies take care of the non-essential stuff. Think things like IT support or customer service, so your company can pour all its energy into what it's truly great at. So why is this so incredibly popular? Well, if you're running a business, the logic is kind of undeniable. You slash your costs, you get instant access to world-class experts without having to hire them full-time, and maybe most importantly, you free up your team to focus on the stuff that really grows the business. But outsourcing is a really big umbrella term. It's not all the same. There are different levels, and it really depends on how complex the work is and the kind of smarts you need to do it. So let's look at the different flavors, from BPO all the way to LPO. The one you've probably heard of the most is BPO, which stands for Business Process Outsourcing. This is when a company hands over an entire operation, like a call center, to someone else to run. The main goals here are usually pretty straightforward: be more efficient and save money. Okay, now let's level up to KPO, Knowledge Process Outsourcing. Think of this as outsourcing the brains of the operation, not just the hands. This involves really complex information-based work that needs some serious analytical horsepower. The goal here isn't just about cutting costs, it's about getting access to top-tier expertise you might not have in-house. And then you can get super specialized with something like LPO, or Legal Process Outsourcing. This is a very specific slice of KPO where law firms or big corporations farm out legal work, like doing research or drafting documents, to firms that specialize in exactly that. This table just nails the difference, doesn't it? BPO is all about efficiency. It's focused on lower-level processes, and you need people with good communication skills. But KPO, that's all about knowledge and expertise. We're talking high-level, complex work that demands professionally qualified experts. It's a fundamental shift from outsourcing the how to outsourcing the what and why. So, after going through this entire business revolution, let's step back and ask the big question. What's the final verdict here? What have we really gained from this massive shift to digital, and what have we maybe lost along the way? I mean, the benefits are just staggering. The cost to start a business has absolutely plummeted. You can literally launch a global company from your kitchen table. And the result is a business world that's faster, more convenient, and more connected than anyone could have ever imagined. But, and this is a big but, it's not all perfect. We've traded that personal, face-to-face interaction for the efficiency of a screen. Our personal information is constantly at risk. And this whole global marketplace brings up some really tough ethical questions about jobs and local economies. And that really is the central question we're left with, isn't it? We have built this incredible system of global access and 24/7 convenience. But in this race for ultimate efficiency, you have to wonder, what's the real value of the human connection we've traded away? And is that a price we're ultimately willing to pay?